If you're a busy person that always finds yourself doing other things except making sure that your nutrition is on point, the benefits of food prep is definitely something that's going to be important for you to reach your success. So in this video, we'll talk about this to make sure that you continue your fat loss while also making sure that it complements your lifestyle. Many consider food prep to be boring, bland, and a waste of time. As a side note, this is also why intermittent fasting is popular to busy people, because they don't have to constantly eat or think about food, which is time consuming. Food prep doesn't need to be boring or bland. There are many ways you can be creative with the recipes and how and when you prepare it. Many people still say this about food prep because they still don't understand that there's no such thing as good food and bad food as long as you hit your calorie target for that current period. If you want to learn more about this specific topic, I have a video where I talk exactly about the importance of tracking your calories. You can check it right here. If you're really serious about losing fat, then this is one of the best ways to accomplish that. Now that's out of the way, let's get into the benefits of food prep that I want to talk to you guys about. It's normal that after having a long day of working or being at the office, all that you want to do is just go home, relax, or eat something that's convenient. Unfortunately, those convenient food items are usually very high in calories or very difficult to track. When you are tired and hungry, it's challenging for you to monitor what you eat or make sure that you don't give in to the urges. And it's also very challenging to always rely on your willpower to continue to lose fat. Willpower is a very limited resource, and when it runs out, we start experiencing decision fatigue. And this is very real to a lot of people who run businesses, for example, or other people who have other commitments besides just completely focusing on losing fat. And this is many of us. By food prepping, temptation to eat more than usual will be a lot more difficult because it's more convenient for you to eat the food that you have prepared already, which is right in front of you. It's gonna make more sense to actually do that than going out of your way and eating something else. You're gonna be telling yourself that you put all this amazing work to make this amazing food, and now you're just gonna let it go to waste and eat something else, which can even potentially ruin your fat loss phase or your fat loss plan. Having your food prepared in advance will make sure that you free up a lot of your mental space so that you can use it more for something else. You don't have to think about how many calories you'll be eating at that specific meal or how much calories you have for your calorie budget, because now you have it all figured out even before you start eating. Also, it helps you monitor and make sure that each of those meals you'll be having is balanced. Since your goal is to lose more fat and not more muscle, the most optimal way to do this is to make sure that your protein is balanced at every meal. So if you're eating 4 meals and your protein target is 200 grams, you know that at every meal you're supposed to be having 50 grams of protein. And since you food prep before, it's a lot more easier to make sure that you don't have to worry about not eating this right amount because you have prepared it in advance. So it's going to be less stress for you. You don't have to worry about it, and you can spend that mental space that you have freed to do something else that's important for you. I also want to mention your daily fiber requirement. 10 to 15 grams per 1,000 calories will be good enough for somebody who has never tracked their fiber content before. And it's good to keep the right amount because this will help you manage your cholesterol, make sure you're regular, and also helps you feel full at each and every meal. It's easy to overeat vegetables and eat food that are high in fiber because it's very satisfying, it gives bulk to the food that we eat, and it also, in general, healthy for us. With food prepping, we are able to balance the meals that we have to make sure that we don't overdo fiber. Overdoing fiber usually causes unnecessary bloating, gas, or constipation, and in general, stomach aches. The next benefit of food prep is that it's going to help us control our hunger and our appetite. No matter who you are, there will be those days you're going to be so hungry and so mentally exhausted that giving in will be the easiest thing to do, especially when your mind is creating all the excuses why today will be the perfect day for you to do this, even though you know for a fact that that's going to take you out from a deficit and prevent you from losing more fat. Eating at the same time every day is actually the best way to manage these hunger pangs. These hunger pangs don't really mean that you have to eat right now or you need to eat right now. They are even more common when you're in a caloric deficit on your way to lose more fat. So relying on them is not really smart. So the best thing that you can do is to create a pattern around your busy schedule where you can tell yourself you're going to be eating at the same time every day. Like I've always mentioned, creating consistent good habits is what's going to help you with your fitness goal. It's difficult to always have control of our environment and the thing that goes on around us. But one thing we know for sure is that we have access and control to our minds and the way we react to things. That's why it's so much easier and so much more practical to food prep, because it's such a great advantage that you can use right now to make sure that you continue with your progress and your fat loss and not worry about anything else. This last one is very obvious because when we hear food prep, we think about saving money. And that's very true. One of the best benefits of food prep is that you save a lot of money by doing this. Your grocery shopping will also become very precise because now you're not going in there because of impulse. You're actually going in there because you need things for your food prep. Also, you'll be saving a lot more money because you're not going to restaurants, ordering things for deliveries, or going to fast food places. Of course, yes, it's okay to go to places like this for certain occasions or if there's something that's going on that's really special for you. But on a regular basis, you'll be spending more of your time in grocery shopping because you're getting things that you need to make sure that your food prep becomes efficient and effective for you. This is even more practical for somebody who travels a lot for business or you have to go from places to places because you can also take advantage of things such as protein powders and protein bars. There's no need for you to spend your precious time outside of your precious schedule to look for restaurants or buy things online because you have everything prepared and you know for a fact that you saved a lot because you made this and you had the food prep in such a low cost. Alright guys, so that's it for me. If you have any questions that you want me to cover in my next video, make sure you leave a comment below. Like, subscribe if you want to support my channel. I would really appreciate that. Also, don't forget to hit the bell button so you get notified when a new video from me comes out. Until then, check out my other videos.